Invest Nova Scotia supports businesses, helping you thrive at every stage of your journey.
The Masstown Creamery, located across from the landmark Masstown Market in Debert, is a 2018 addition to the thriving family business in existence since 1969. Their creamery processes milk from local dairy farms into bottled milk, cream, eggnog, cheeses, butter, and desserts.
Masstown Market has always been in the pursuit of agricultural endeavors. And about 8 or 9 years ago, some of the major milk players in the Canadian dairy industry acquired basically all of the dairies in Nova Scotia. And so technically at that point, when it was announced in the newspaper, the owner came to me and says, you know what, I think I'd like to make a little milk. Well, we had already been investigating making a little cheese, but then we set about investigating how do we go about making a little milk, and what would that look like, and what else did we want to make. So we knew milk and cheese were on the menu, and things kind of just evolved from there.
Every product starts with milk delivered by tanker truck. A hose is hooked into their cabinet, which is connected to the creamery's raw receiving room. A valve to pump the milk is opened. When the delivery driver sees a light flash, letting him know the tank is open, he turns it on. A meter measures how much milk is collected. Then the airlock is turned off and the light is flashed twice, letting the delivery driver know the hose can be reversed. The collected milk is pasteurized and held overnight before transferring some of it into a cheese vat to begin making cheddar cheese curds. The milk is heated to the desired temperature. Cultures, rennet, and calcium chloride are added and agitated in to coagulate the milk. After some time, the consistency of the cheese is checked. Once the cheese is ready, 3 cutting blades are attached and begin cutting the cheese. Once the cheese is cut, the blades are stopped, removed, and rinsed before being immediately cleaned. Paddles are put in to stir the cheese curds while they heat to the desired temperature. Once the curds reach the correct temperature, they cook for another 40 minutes. Once cooked, a pipe is connected to the tank. A screen is placed in front of the drain to stop the curds from draining out. Then the paddles are shut off and removed. The drain is opened and whey, the liquid, starts flowing to the whey tank. Another temperature check happens, and then the sides of the tank are scraped clean. As curds start to appear, the vat is tilted. The curds are then removed by hand and transferred to the finishing table, placed on each side of the table and then sliced to help remove more whey. Loose curds continue to be scooped over until the vat is empty. A pipe is connected to the finishing table where hot water heats it, keeping the curds warm, their cultures alive, and also to assist expelling more whey. The cheese then gets cut into manageable pieces. These are flipped over and left to sit another 10 minutes. Then sliced down the middle and stacked on top of each other. After 10 minutes, they're flipped and continue to be stacked and flipped 3 or 4 times. The milling machine is then brought over to the table. The large strips of cheese are then dropped into the top and milled into smaller pieces. Once the cheese has been milled, 2 pitchforks are used to agitate and separate the pieces. Fine salt and sea salt are added to keep it from sticking together. Once this is done, the curds are scooped into bags. A test sample is taken before bags of plain curds are ready for sale. 2 bags are re-poured to add chives to one and dill to another. These are mixed in by hand and rebagged. The same thing happens with cracked pepper chili and maple chipotle cheese curds too. Then they're all taken to be packaged into smaller consumer-sized bags and are weighed, vacuum sealed, and priced.
It's always exciting when we introduce new products. We can't get enough butter, we can't make enough cream, simply because of the volumes that we produce. We introduce a new product and people come to see it. We're uncanning our 3-year-old cheddars and our 4-year-old cheddars. Now those are calendar years. There's nothing added to speed along the aging process in our case. It's all natural. The same as our milk products, cheese, everything. All we have is the basics. There's no preservatives, there's no thickeners. It is exactly as it came from the cow.
Cream from the batch tank was transferred to the butter churn, spinning it for the desired amount of time. Though the butter's consistency is visually checked by unscrewing a cover with a large wrench, workers will know it's done when they hear it. The cover is also open to drain buttermilk and to add fine salt mixed with sea salt. Each time the churn's rubber lid is reinserted, all the bolts are closed by hand and it's rotated again. After a few minutes, the lid opens to reveal finished butter. Rolls of this are added to a bin. These get pressed down and flattened out to make even layers until the bin is completely full. The butter will cool for a day and is then cut for packaging and retail sale. Pasteurized cream, whole, 1%, 2%, skim, chocolate milk, and juice and water also get sent to the creamery's bottler. Each bottle size requires specific plates and other parts. These are being attached to fill 4-liter milk jugs. The machine will also fill 500 ml, 1 liter, and 2-liter bottles. The nozzle and capper heights are adjusted accordingly. After everything is aligned, they run the machine. Each bottle is date-coded and added to the bottler manually. The bottles rise to the nozzle to be filled with milk as they rotate around a turnstile. The capper automatically fills once loaded. A cap slides on and gets rotated closed. The exterior of the bottle is then rinsed. Each bottle is labeled and checked before being placed in crates. The first and last of each product gets tested to ensure the product is safe for consumption. The milk is collected and tested on different test strips, which are then added to a collection tray and placed in an incubator. All products are thoroughly tested at the Masstown Creamery to ensure everything is safe to sell in the retail shop on site.
Invest Nova Scotia supports businesses, providing the tools and expertise you need to succeed.